Tonight it is Game 2 of a 4-game series between the Houston Astros and the San Diego Padres. Welcome in with Mark Neely and Mark Grant. Last night it was an extra inning win for Houston in Game 1 of this series, and tonight the Padres take on Roy Oswalt, who does have 10 losses here prior to the All-Star break. But, Mud, this is still a pitcher that could shut down any lineup on any given night.
Don't let the win and loss record fool you, folks. Roy Oswalt has got some electric stuff. He has proven that in the past, especially against this ball club, the San Diego Padres. He has got the Padres number. And in the month of May, the numbers don't look so good for Roy Oswalt. You see the electric stuff going up the ladder. He also has that slider and curveball that is very effective. But this guy's beatable. Why? Well, he hung a breaking ball to Tim Stauffer in Houston, and Stauffer was off and running. Put on the brakes here, Timmy. But the last 6 starts for Roy Oswalt, the numbers do not look good. But I want to make a point. He's had 3 bad ones, 3 good ones. In the bad ones, he's missing in the middle of the plate, hence the ERA of almost 6. His last time out, he really got shellacked. 4 2/3, 7 earned runs. But if this guy stays out of the middle of the plate like any pitcher, he's going to be successful. Also, the walks were up as well. If he was missing in the middle of the plate, which is the danger zone, if he wasn't there, he was way off the plate, did not have the command like the Roy Oswalt that we know.
Now, Oswalt's name has been mentioned in trade discussions. Has it affected him at all?
I don't think so. Roy Oswalt, the type of pitcher who's a bulldog that goes out there, and once again, into his 10th year in the big leagues, this guy's still building up equity. He wants to go out there and prove to everybody that he can pitch in any type of condition.
Let's take a look at the pitching matchup for tonight. It is 3-time National League All-Star Roy Oswalt for Houston. Oswalt is 3 wins shy of surpassing Joe Niekro as the all-time wins leader in Astros history. He is coming off his worst start of the season last Sunday in Arlington against Texas, giving up 8 runs in 4 2/3 innings. Padres right-hander Matt Latos makes his second career start against the Astros, his first on May 7th of this season at Houston. He tossed 8 scoreless innings with a career-high 9 strikeouts. Tonight's pitching matchup is presented by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Well, the Padres haven't beaten Roy Oswalt since opening day 2008. Matt Latos is gunning for his 4th straight win. The first pitch of the Astros and Padres is straight ahead. Petco Park, Game 2 of the 4-game series tonight for the Astros and Padres. Our closed captioning for tonight's telecast brought to you by Corky's. Call Corky's for the lowest termite fumigation price in town and get a 4-year guarantee. Call 1-800-901-1102. Astros lineup is brought to you by Floor Trader. Pay way less for your flooring and take it home today. Now open in Lemon Grove. Bourne leading off. He had the big hit in the 10th inning of last night's game, hitting .364 in his last 7. Then Keppinger, Berkman in the 3 spot. Carlos Lee back in the lineup, hitting cleanup, followed by Pence, Johnson, Castro. He just acquired Sanchez playing shortstop and Oswalt pitching. We are ready to go, and the first pitch of the night on the way, and a strike for Matt Latos. Our starting pitching profile brought to you by the Mark Condos. Luxurious downtown San Diego condos from the 300s. Go to themarksandiego.com.
Boy, Matt Latos riding a 3-game winning streak. He has really thrown that ball well.
A hop up to Adrian, steps on the bag, Bourne out 3 unassisted, and that's the way this game begins. 69 degrees at game time tonight. There's the Padres D. Scotty Hairston in left. Gwynn Denorfia in right. Venable a late scratch, so Denorfia getting the start in right. Headley and Adrian at the corners. Cabrera and Eck up the middle, and it's Torey Alba catching tonight. I like the white caps for the holiday.
Very festive. Very
patriotic.
Patriotic is the word I'm looking for. It almost looks like a college World Series game, you know, like a hat that a college team would wear. But now to really cap it off would be white spikes.
Oh, you love the white spikes.
Love it.
There is a strike to Jeff Keppinger.
You think Matt Latos is locked in there, Mark Neely?
He has been locked in for a while, making his 16th start. Outside, 2 balls and a strike.
Since May 7th, 7-1. 1.79 ERA. Opponent's batting average 158. That's a major league leading low.
Back to the mound, speared by Latos. 2 outs. And fields his position well.
Can you hear that? Can you hear the averages just going lower and lower after getting the first 2 quick outs? Matty is a power guy. He throws the ball hard. He throws across his body, and therefore sometimes will fall off to the side. But let's watch the position he's in. Pretty darn good position.
Very
Wingspan
good.
Reaching across his body to snag that one for the easy throw. Have to keep an eye tonight also if Matty is smooth out of the glove with his arm swing. That's one of the keys to his success.
A fluid delivery. Strike 1 to Lance Berkman. Berkman held hitless last night 0 for 4. Really, his big contribution was robbing Jerry Hairston of a hit in the 7th. He caught a line drive diving to his right. Padres did wind up getting 2 and tying the game in that inning, but if Berkman doesn't make that defensive play, the Padres may have scored 3 or more and had the lead.
I remember a coach back in the days when I was playing amateur ball, one thing that stuck in my head. Hey, if you're not going to do it with the bat boys, you better do something with the leather. It's a 2-way street here. I don't want to see any sulking if you're wearing the collar. 0 for 3, 0 for 4. Make a play for your pitcher.
Berkman certainly did that. And a key spot in the 7th last night. He takes up high. The mid to upper 90s fastball. 7 homers for Berkman. They've all come from this side of the plate, left-handed. Now, did he go? Yes, says plate umpire Lance Barksdale. First strikeout for Latos, who sets the side down in order in the Astros' first. The Padres. This SAP telecast is brought to you by Carl's Jr. Get more fruit in your diet with the Hawaiian teriyaki chicken sandwich. The Padre first. Tony Gwynn leads off. In at the knees from Oswalt for strike one. Our starting pitching profile brought to you by the all-new Cadillac SRX, the Cadillac of crossovers.
I guess it's fair to say that Roy Oswalt is the Cadillac of the starting rotation for the Houston Astros, huh?
It has been for a while.
Yes, he has.
Strike two.
15th career start for Roy. 17th overall appearance against the Padres, and he has the Padres number. There are his overall numbers. And if you exclude the win-loss record, there's a lot of pitchers in Major League Baseball that would love to have those numbers.
Yeah, in his 10 losses, the Astros have scored a total of 10 runs. Foul pass first.
That's not good, is it?
So he has not gotten much run support in the games that he has been beaten.
So what makes Roy Oswalt so effective? The fastball. 90 to 96. He has a slider, a curveball, and a change. The main thing about Roy Oswalt, his arm speed on all of his pitches is the same.
Sells it well.
Oh, but everything is the same. But by the grip, by the way he manipulates the baseball, the slider, the curve, the change. Oh.
Climbs the ladder on Tony, who strikes out on the 95-mile-per-hour fastball. Padre lineup is brought to you by Alpine Rock and Block. Start your next backyard project with Alpine Rock and Block. After Tony, it is Eck tonight, Adrian, and Chase batting in the cleanup spot, coming in with a 5-game hitting streak. Then Scott Hairston, Torey Albuquerque, Denorfia is in right with Cabrera hitting 8th, and then Latos. Strike one on the outside edge to David.
Man, he is firm, huh? Oswalt. I mean, Latos, same thing. Fuzz. Both these guys got some good fuzz, as Buddy Black would put it.
This has the earmarks of being a great matchup between the old guard, Oswalt, and the new guard, Latos.
You know, this is kind of like back in the day when it was Clemens against Peavy. You know? Peavy
right.
with the Pods, Clemens with the Stros.
Well, the last time the Padres actually beat Roy Oswalt was opening day here, 2008, when his buddy Peavy beat him here. Up and away. But you mentioned it, Oswalt 10-2 in his career against the Padres.
You know, when you look at in the notes, they have a section. Oswalt versus Padres lifetime. It's like somebody got stuck on the W key all the way down the line.
Left center field. Bourne coming in and over and makes the catch. That ball stayed up. And Eck lines to center. 2 down. The Stros defense brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. Lee back in the lineup tonight in left with Bourne in center and Pence in right. Johnson. Sanchez makes his first start, just acquired by the Astros. Keppinger, Berkman, and Castro catching. He said, you can call me Angel, you can call me Angel. We'll call him Angel. Sanchez.
Just don't call me Johnson.
From the Red Sox organization. They have the shift on, and tonight, unlike last night, they have 3 defenders on the right side. Last night they had the shortstop cheating up the middle, but was still on the third base side of the infield. Not tonight. Tonight, Brad Mills has decided to do what most teams do with nobody on base and Adrian up. And that's put 3 on the right side with the second baseman playing a shallow right field.
Well, the way I look at it, the shift. Let's say Adrian gets a heavy dose of fastballs, right? He likes to take the fastball the other way. If he lifts it out of the yard, so be it. If he hits it on the ground on the left side or a line drive, it's a base hit. He doesn't have really enough speed to get a double, right? Unless it's in the gap or down the lines, possibly. Now, the breaking ball is a different story. He'll pull it on the ground to the right side. You have 3 defenders over there.
Well, 2 strikeouts for Roy Oswalt in the first. We played 1, no score.
It's fog.
I knew you'd say that. Clear here at Petco, though, as we go into the second inning, and Carlos Lee leading off takes a strike. Hey, by the way, both pitchers sent the side down in order in the first, both through 11 pitches. Strike 2 to Carlos Lee, who is a career .340 hitter against the Padres. Not in the lineup last night for Houston. Did he check? He did, says first base umpire Ed Rapuano.
Well, let's see if El Caballo. I think he went. Absolutely. If you can see we saw the top of the bat facing directly towards us.
And he has a base hit to center field, so he got to stay up there as a result of that call. And Lee singles to begin the Astros second.
You know where Matt Latos has made strides? It's on plays just like that. He did not get the strike call, correct?
Did not.
He had to battle back. Carlos Lee gets another opportunity. He singles. Matty's out of the stretch. Let's see how he reacts.
And Latos will face the Astros right fielder Hunter Pence. Strike one. Pence is the Astros leader in home runs with 11. He has hit 25 home runs each of the last 2 seasons. Down low at 94 on the fastball, a ball and a strike.
You know, when you look at David Eckstein at the plate, you know, Eck chokes up. I mean, he's, 5'8", 5'9". Maybe.
You don't expect Hunter Pence to do that.
Exactly. You don't expect a guy like Hunter Pence to choke up on the bat, but it gives you better bat control.
Can they turn a pair? Everett, Eck, Adrian, 6-4-3. Padres turned their 68th twin killing of the season. 2 outs, bases empty.
That's how you react after giving up a base knock to Carlos Lee. You did not get the check swing for the strikeout. You concentrate, you make a good pitch. Hunter Pence, a high breaking ball. He almost kind of buckled him a little bit. Did you see him change his upper body? Ham and eggs for the Friars. Nice.
You remember Felix Beyond for the Mets?
Yes.
You talk about a guy that choked up.
He choked up like maybe 6-8 inches.
Farther than anybody I can ever recall.
Yeah.
In fact, he may have been closer to the end of the bat than the nine.
Yeah.
Chris Johnson, the third baseman, had a good night last night for Houston. On the ground to the shortstop, and Cabrera.
Pickett.
Adrian does so, and the leadoff hit with the double play, and Latos faces the minimum 3 hitters as a result. In this scoreless game, third baseman Chase Headley leading off. Just a hair off the outside corner. Ball one from Oswalt. 3-hit night last night for Chase. 2 of those hits were doubles. Last night was frustrating on so many different levels. One, obviously, the walks, which we outlined in detail in the Hannity the pregame show. But the other was just Brian Moeller did enough to keep the Padres off balance. Slow ground ball out to Keppinger. And Headley grounds out.
You know, you think it's frustrating for fans and for people like us who talk about the game, but, you know, imagine those hitters when a guy's not lighting up the radar gun at 96, 97. Guys throwing first pitch 81-mile-an-hour fastballs, turning it over a little bit, flipping up a breaking ball. Next thing you know, it's an 0 for night. That's frustrating, but that's why they call it pitching and it's not throwing.
There is a very big difference between the two.
And this guy, Roy Oswalt, like Matt Latos is starting to learn and mature. Oswalt can throw the ball, we know that, but he also knows how to pitch by changing speeds and locating. It's a deadly combination.
Scotty Hairston, his night ended abruptly last night. Tossed out by plate umpire Ron Kolpa after a strikeout in the 8th inning.
I wonder if Scotty gave a mea culpa today to Ron.
Perhaps so. There's Ron Kolpa, who's umpiring at third base tonight. There's our crew. Tom Halley and the crew chief at second base tonight. Scott sends one in the air to left center field. El Caballo cruises over. Lee with the catch. 2 outs. Base is empty for your Beats, Torrealba. Night off last night for Torrey.
It's a nice little piece on the pregame show with Bob Scanlon and Yorvik Torrealba giving some tips on catching and framing the ball.
Saving the strikes for your pitchers.
Yeah.
Those borderline pitches.
I remember I mentioned it a while back, but when we were talking about framing pitches, the one guy that came to mind back in the day was Bob Boone. Pride and joy of Crawford High School here in San Diego.
For the first time tonight, Oswalt has fallen behind a hitter. 2 balls, no strikes. Oswalt, the native of Weir, Mississippi. In fact, his hometown was hit by a tornado earlier this season. He went back during an off day, several off days, and helped him with the cleanup and recovery. Fouled on the right field side. Two and one on Torrealba. 2 outs, bases empty. No score in the San Diego second. Off the plate outside.
You know, if Roy Oswalt were walking down the street in a T-shirt and boots and jeans, which he probably wears quite a bit, and you say, hey, see that guy there?
Big league ball player.
Big league ball player, all-star.
A bouncy ball to the shortstop. Sanchez gets his first fielding opportunity as an Astro and throws him out. What, 6 feet tall, about 190 pounds? You wouldn't guess it, huh?
Guy works at a service station.
third as your Padres battle these Astros at 5:35. And the first 25,000 fans take home a great Padres beach towel there in the lower left-hand corner of your screen. Presented by San Diego County Toyota dealers. Hurry and get your tickets today at Padres.com. The military logo on the beach towel. It's kind of freaking me out.
Yeah. Who's that? Mrs. Harry Carey?
The eyes have it. Bottom three up for the Astros in the third. The catcher, Jason Castro. Now, Latos at 91 there with that fastball. And we saw when Berkman batted in the first that the velocity on the fastball kept increasing as the at-bat went along.
That's the one thing I picked up on against Berkman. Early in the count, getting that fastball in the strike zone at 91. And then what did he do? When it was 1-2, he threw a fastball at 97 up and out of the zone, hoping that Berkman would chase. Okay, now you go 2-2, and he dropped the old slider on him for the punchy. That's learning. That's showing that you don't have to give your best stuff on the first pitch.
Maybe a little inside, 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss by Castro. Fastball back at 92 that time. Two-two pitch. Line left field. Scott coming towards the line to make the catch. One gone here in the third. Latos making his second start of the season against the Astros. His first in Texas went very well.
It went extremely well with the humidity. He threw a lot of pitches. He went deep into the ball game. But what was interesting for Matt Latos, in that game he had 9 strikeouts. His first strikeout didn't come till the 4th inning. Saved his best for last.
That was May 7th at Minute Maid Park. 8 innings, no runs, 2 hits, no walks, and the career high 9 Ks. Sanchez first pitch swinging and a fly ball fairly deep right center. A lot of acreage out there, caught by Gwynn, and 2 away.
You know, the strikeouts are nice. As we take a look at the breakdown, 26 total right now with 2 outs here in the third. Everybody loves the strikeout. But if you can get a first pitch out, 2 pitch out, talking about fewer pitches and going deeper into the ball game. Look at that. Free and easy, 94. Was that pretty? I mean, his delivery just nice and smooth out in front, working downhill.
It's not max effort in any way, is it? There's the slider at 85. You know, Oswald at the plate now. Oswald seemed more max effort earlier in his career. It seems like he's kind of
toned it down a little bit.
Yeah. That's down the right field line and foul. Look out. Just got one of their bullpen guys.
Take a tricky hop down there. Let's take a look. Oh, it was deflected. Oh, yeah. That fan deflected it.
Young man got the glove in the way. It's the bullpen catcher. Full count on Oswalt in the payoff pitch. Goes up after it, pops it up. Adrian crosses into foul territory. Now through the first 32 pitches from Latos, and we're scoreless in the midpoint of the third. check out the latest offers on a brand new Honda Accord. And Cox high-speed internet. Ready for higher speed? Go to Cox.com. On this Friday night, Game 2 of the 4-game series, the Astros and Padres. See Bud talking to Matt Latos. Something went on during that last half-inning break. Bud went out and visited with Lance Barksdale, the plate umpire, and something got under the skin of Matt Latos there in the dugout after he got into the dugout.
This is what Buddy's so good at. Father figure, counselor. Hey, you know what? Look at you're pitching a gem. Sure, it's early in the ballgame, but with a little bit of laughter here, pat on the backside, maybe laugh a little bit, lighten it a little bit, and get him back out there. And not let that affect him. Let your catcher, let your pitching coach, let your manager deal with the umpires if there's a squabble. You just concentrate on throwing strikes, Midnight Cowboy.
He's due up third here in the Padres' third inning. Strike to Denorfia. Denorfia, late entrant into the lineup tonight when Venable was scratched due to the back issue again. Breaking ball, strike 3, and that's the third strikeout for Oswald, who has retired the first 7 Padre hitters.
We mentioned the fastball, but how about the arm speed on the curveball from Oswald? That's what makes him so effective.
Switch hitting Cabrera takes inside and low. Dodgers are in Phoenix tonight. Kirk Gibson making his debut as the interim manager for the D-backs. Arizona's out to the early 4-2 lead at the bottom of the second. Go D-backs.
You know, I was just going to say, with Kirk Gibson at the helm now, you talk about a guy who's going to demand some respect.
Yeah, I would only have to assume that he can get pretty fired up.
Oh, yeah.
As he did as a player. Rockies out in front of the Giants, 5-3, bottom of the 8th at Coors Field. And the Giants, deep danger of dropping another one. That is a strike 2 and 2. If they do, it would be their 7th consecutive loss.
How about the 2-1 changeup as we take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard?
Dodgers began tonight 2.5 back of the Padres. Rockies 4 back and Giants 5.5 out. Inside at a full count.
Cubs lost another close one.
Yeah, 12-0. That was a good ball game for Lou's boys.
My goodness.
You know, that was like a. I watched part of that, a 1-0 game, like in the 7th, and then they just literally walked the house. A bouncy ball to the right is second, and Keppinger sidearms to first. So Latos comes to the plate.
He looks like a hitter, doesn't he? The way he was approaching in the box and getting set. And
gave a little tap to the catcher, Castro. Settle in to face Roy Oswalt with 2 outs. Starts him with a 94-mile-per-hour fastball that's outside.
You know what? From that center field camera angle, the big, kind of looks like Richie Sexton a little bit, doesn't he?
Oh, what happened to Richie Sexton? He kind of fell off his face.
Yeah. I think he was last with the Yankees back in 08, wasn't he? And then last year, because it's funny you say that, his name came up. I looked him up on Baseball Reference. The last time in the big leagues was 08.
He got traded over to the Yankees, didn't he?
Yeah. I've seen Matty put him out in those bleachers during batting practice.
He can. Yeah, he can pull
He's a
him
good
out.
430 hitter.
430, 445,
Yeah.
Getting it done. 4 for 24 when the lights come on. Wave and a miss, and it's 2-2.
I mean, anybody could hit off Ray Crone, at 4:30 in the afternoon.
Ray, who throws a lot of the BP.
He's a very integral part of the staff throwing BP.
In fact, threw to Adrian at the Home Run Derby in St. Louis last year.
And his mom, Lenore, watches every game on Channel 4. She's a big fan.
Will Adrian be headed to Anaheim? Will other Padres be headed to Anaheim for the All-Star game? It's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. The fan voting is over now. 3-2 pitch. Out of play. Bud was asked before the game about who he thinks may make the All-Star team for the Padres. And I think the Inquisitor was hoping for just a couple of names, and Bud's like, no, I'm not going to give you 2 or 3. And he rattled off
like 5 or
8,
6.
9, a bunch.
Yep.
Fouled back. Latos was one of those names. Clayton Richard, Gregerson, Adams, Bell. And on the offensive side, of course, Adrian.
You mentioned Eck.
And Eck. You mentioned David as well, right? 3-2 pitch again. A 3-2 slider. And that's 4 strikeouts for Oswalt, who has been perfect through 3. Tonight's Truly Nolan trivia question, and tonight's question is, what player set a team slugging percentage record of .621 in 1996? Stay tuned for the answer in an upcoming commercial break.
You know what I love about that shot right there? Not only the Western Metal Supply Company building, but what is it in that kind of says summer and baseball?
The bunting?
The bunting. Nice. Love that. Hopefully we see that here in October.
Oh, that would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Love that.
Holiday weekend, breaking it out.
You know what would be an interesting story? How the origin of bunting and how that all came about. Because when you look at the old photos back in the day, like the early 20s and even the teens,
it's a good question.
You'll see that.
Let's get to check that out on the computer. We'll hear back from him about the 6th or 7th inning. Top of the order, and Michael Bourne, the center fielder. Grounded out to first to begin the game. Shortens up. I guess he pulled that back. Strike call. What's the earliest pictures you remember with bunting?
Like the Yankee World Series back in the Murderers Row and the Bombers.
20s then, all right.
Yeah.
Not a guy you want to put on via the free pass. Bourne. A high strike, 3-2, and he was taken all the way that time.
Hey, go right after him again. Challenge him with see now that fastball there, 90 miles an hour. Wants to get it across, right? He knows he's probably taking. Good luck catching up to the. No, that was 92.
Got it. Goes to the slider. And Matt records his second strikeout. One away in the fourth.
Fighting back from being behind in the count, and that ball just a little bit of you see it out of the glove or see it out of the hand a little bit, working around it, getting that nice little tilt on it. Beautiful pitch.
Second baseman Jeff Keppinger hit one back to the mound his first time. A late swing at that slider for strike one. He seemed a bit fooled by it.
Totally fooled. He thinks it's a fastball, and then he wants to stop.
Fouls that one off. That wasn't exactly a reaction of, but it is 0-2.
Now he's thinking, okay, this guy's putting the ball where he wants it with some authority. He's snapping off the breaking ball nicely. He's got to be really quick to the baseball here. Bounce it. Torey Albies saying, bounce it. I'll block it if he swings. Nice.
Curveball that time. He hasn't thrown many curveballs tonight.
I think that's the first one we've seen, huh?
It's the first one that I could recollect.
Yeah. There's another one.
Right back to it. From 0-2 to 2-2 on Keppinger. Had an RBI single in the 10th last night, but had a 2-run single in the second, so he knocked in 3 of their 6 runs. He floats one out to right center field. Tony racing in, and it looked like he trapped it. He did. It's a base hit for Keppinger.
Good effort, a great effort by Tony Gwynn. And you see Denorfia in the background. He's in right field. He's going over. He knows that Tony Gwynn has a beat on this ball. It's trapped. And then you'll see Denorfia just come to the shadow, and then the feet backing up his center fielder. Nicely done. Hold them to a single.
The second Houston hit. But it puts Keppinger on with one out in front of first baseman Lance Berkman. Hit at the knees, strike one. One hop, Eck juggles. Now the one play is at first. Keppinger down to second with 2 outs, so he does get it out there. Looked like off the bat, maybe a chance for 2, and then it kind of come up on him there.
Have to take a second look. It looked like he fielded cleanly. Big hop. Oh, you know, it did eat him up a little bit, huh? That was a weird bounce.
Yeah, I think it came up.
The way he went after it with his glove was really odd. It wasn't clean.
Who has not committed an error this season. Slider strike one to the cleanup hitter Carlos Lee. Lee led off the second. A check swing with 2 strikes. Looked like strike 3, but on appeal, Ed Rapuano said no swing, and then on the next pitch, Lee singled to center field. Pitch up, and that's fouled on the first base side. And did Lee break his bat?
Did you see Torrealba in that last pitch? He gave the sign, right? Matt came set, looking at the runner at second base, and Torrealba was kind of like rocking behind home plate, indicating almost like he was going to set up on the inside part of the plate. Watch Torrealba rocking inside, rocking, and then looks at the runner, and then bang, going to the outside, just so he doesn't give away location. The runner at second base might be relaying that to the hitter. You never know. Rock me gently, rock me slowly. Take it easy. Don't you know?
Somebody Kim, right? Andy Kim.
Nice.
Torrey giving the signs.
So one set of signs, probably a decoy. The number of signs, probably the pitch, and he wants it in the dirt.
Breaking ball a little low on the curve. 1-2.
Now, where he caught that ball was low, but I guarantee you that was a strike.
Where it crossed the plate.
Where it crossed the plate. And as we take a look, that's a strike.
You're right.
That's a big league curveball.
High fly to right field, and Denorfia coasting to his left. The base hit by Keppinger. He is stranded. That's the first runner left on by either team so far tonight. Gwen Eckstein and Adrian Gonzalez. Shortening up. Taking a breaking ball up high. Who will blink first tonight in this, what has been a excellent pitcher's duel?
Love it. Guys are firing strikes. Strikeout's a big key. Balls in play, kind of weak balls. Hit, grounders. Nothing really hit hard up to this point, has there been? Except for Castro lined to left field in the third for the Astros. Other than that, not much.
Bunt laid down, and Oswalt says he has it, and he makes the sidearm throw to Berkman. Tony's been working on the bunting prior to some games, but that time Oswalt got off the hill quickly and was able to field it.
Oh, what a great view. See, Tony, both feet in the box, right? When contact was made.
A legal play.
Absolutely. I love that overhead shot.
Heck line to the center fielder, Bourne in the first. Strike on the outside corner, says Lance Barksdale. extended his hitting streak to 5 games with an RBI single in the 7th last night. That's down the line and right. Foul. There's the bullpen catcher who took one off the deflection on the side of the face earlier in the game and said, no, you're not going to deflect that one. That's Javier Bracamonte, by the way, who's been their bullpen catcher for 10 years. Having some fun down there.
It's nice. He gave it to a Padre fan, a little kid down there.
Eck fighting it off, and a slow roller to the right side that Oswalt cuts off. Looked very similar to the bunt laid down by Tony from the opposite side. Got the pink cotton candy going.
He's in his Padre gear. He's got a souvenir to go home with, and eating cotton candy on a 4th of July weekend. Life doesn't get any better. Hanging out with Dad. He's telling him, imagine the dentist bills after you eating all that.
Yeah, the sugar in that bloodstream is going to go way up here shortly. Yeah. He's going to have some energy going. Adrian, a strikeout victim in the first. He came in with pretty decent numbers against Oswalt career. 6 for 15 with 2 home runs against Oswalt in his career. Again, that was coming in. 0 for 1 tonight. Right up near the 300 mark on the season at 296 with a team high 16 homers and 51 RBIs. That darts outside.
You know, sometimes Oswalt, and it's just natural. Some guys do it. Falling off the side towards first base, his whole body drifting towards that first base line, and that's why you see when he'll miss big time with his fastball location or breaking ball. If he stays on line and that momentum goes towards home plate before he lets go of the baseball, he is money. Like a lot of hard throwers, they have a tendency at times to fall off to the side.
A little low, and it's a 3-2 count. Two outs, nobody on in the Padres' 4th. Oswalt brings his 50th pitch of the night.
You know, I'm really glad they've changed that rule to where a pitcher can go to his mouth, but you have to wipe when you're still. You can't be on the rubber, but you got to.
But you can be on the mound.
Right, you can be on the dirt. You can be on the mound. Rather than having to step off onto the grass, go to your mouth, wipe, and then
wasting time.
It might not seem like a lot of time, but you know what though, it
adds up.
Quickens the pace
because guys are going to their mouths so much to get some moisture, right?
See, now there you can't do it. You see Oswalt going from the first base side of the rubber.
And there is the first Padre base runner. A 2-out 4th inning walk to Adrian Gonzalez.
Well, first time out of the stretch for Roy Oswalt.
Chase tonight 0 for 1. Rolled out to the second baseman Keppinger in the 2nd inning. Going to jump on the first pitch. He got a changeup.
Yeah. See Chase going with the golfer's grip.
Fly ball to center. Bourne coming in, and it drops for a base hit. Gonzalez down to second. Well, whichever gripper worked out that time, and there's the first San Diego hit of the game. Okay, Ben Hogan, what are you talking about here?
Yeah. That's a nice little wedge shot. See the left hand with the finger, the pinky over the bottom hand, index finger.
Interlocking.
Interlocking, yeah. And serving up a wedge out of the sand trap for a nice approach shot. Nicely done, Chase.
So 2 on with 2 outs for left fielder Scott Hairston.
See what Oswalt has done the last 2 hitters? Headley, first pitch, second time around. Changeup. First pitch, Scott Hairston.
Slider.
Runner in scoring position. A little wrinkle.
Fewer first pitch fastball second time through the order.
Yep. Another one.
Which he fouls back the slider, and it's 0-2. Oswalt had retired the first 11 Padre batters of the game before walking Adrian on a 3-2 pitch. Headley with a base hit to center. Oswalt shaking off some sides and looking in again for the 0-2. Left side cut off by Johnson on to second. Close. Headley made it very close, but the Astros get the force to win the inning. Take another look at this. Bang, bang. We're scoreless through 4.
Mid-game recap is brought to you by Murray Lampert Construction. Do you need more space for a new guest? Visit MurrayLampert.com to see how easy and affordable a room addition or even a second story can be. Mark?
Thanks, Bud. We headed to the 5th. No runs, 2 hits for the Astros. No runs, 1 hit for the Padres. Pence leading off, takes a breaking ball up high. Starting to see that curveball a little more often from Latos the second time through the order.
Same thing that Oswalt was doing second time around against the Padre hitters. Going off speed. Where did that miss?
Lance Barksdale would probably say low.
But down the middle doesn't count?
You know, that fastball grounded towards the hole, but over there is Cabrera. 1 out. 12 to 6 curveballs like that a lot of times don't get called strikes.
Well, they should.
I don't know why that is, but do you agree?
Yeah, because you know why? A lot of guys don't throw it anymore.
And that's right. That's the reason why.
A lot of guys don't know how to throw it, to manipulate the ball, to get on top and get that 12-6 rotation. Therefore, when the umpires don't see it, they don't call it when they do see it, and it's a good one.
Most curveballs are kind of sweepers instead of the 12-6. First pitch swinging, Johnson, and there's Eck cheating up the middle.
How about Eck throwing the shot put over there to first base?
2 ground ball outs here in the Houston 5th.
How about Eck fielding that grenade, pulling the pin? Let it fly.
Litos peers over the mitt and looks at the catcher, Jason Castro of the Astros. Castro line to Scott Hairston in left field, leading off the 3rd. 9th start behind the plate for Castro. He's being called up from the Astros AAA team Round Rock on June 22nd. This guy's been their top prospect. And now in the big leagues. In his first major league game after being called up on June 22nd, he singled in his first career plate appearance off the Giants' Tim Lincecum. And he threw out 2 would-be base stealers. Pretty good debut for Castro. A high strike.
That's a good strike. I think that's a legitimate call. Good call.
See if Trax agrees with you.
I'll say yes.
Yes, it does. Out of that high inside corner.
Yep.
'94, he gets it by Castro. Litos is now fan 3. He's only needed 59 pitches to get through 5 innings. Midpoint of the 5th, and we are scoreless. Farmers or visit farmers.com because ready feels good on this date. A year ago today, the Astros and Padres game is delayed for 52 minutes while bees are removed from left field here at Petco Park. That was during the top of the 9th inning of that game. A year ago today.
Yeah, that's known as the bee game, right? Usually bee games are 10 o'clock in the morning in Peoria during spring training.
Early in the morning.
Right.
On the back field. Torrealba takes ball 1. Hey, speaking of Arizona, Donovan Tate, the first-round pick from 2009, had his best game as a pro yesterday. Went 4 for 4 with his first pro home run.
Nice. Congratulations.
They're in the Arizona Rookie League. Bounced left side, charged and gathered by Johnson. 1 out. Let's take you back 1 year, shall we? Well, Kyle Blanks was playing left field, and he saw the swarm that wound up in the ball girl's jacket. Those three folks were not fazed by the stinging insects, but when the beekeeper got here,
oh wow,
it was lights out for a lot of the bees.
You know what's amazing about that? How quickly they congregate there and go there. You know what I'm saying? Now, does that
they
mean
follow the queen?
Is that where the queen is?
The queen was there, correct. Where the queen goes, kind of like what was the song where Rosemary goes?
Love goes where my rosemary. Love grows where my rosemary grows.
Yeah. That always reminds me of the Cameron Diaz movie. Along Comes Mary.
Something about
Mary.
Right. That's unbelievable, though. Luckily, nobody got stung. I mean, Kyle Blanks was trying to
get
everybody's attention to try to stop the game.
It fouled pass first by DeNorfia. They asked Bud about that before the game. They said, hey, was that the most unusual stoppage of a game you've ever experienced? And he said, well, I remember having some bugs in Kansas City and in Cleveland stop games temporarily. But, yeah, the Bees qualified as definitely an unusual stoppage. Oswald's 0-2. His fastball at 95 is outside. Of course, you remember the Yankee-Indian playoff game a couple years ago where they had all the gnats.
Jabba Chamberlain was pitching.
Yeah,
right?
he had them all over.
You know, that game was ridiculous. That's a game they should have stopped. When you look at the footage of that game, it was ridiculous.
They were obtrusive, and they affected the game. Yankees did lose that game. Lost that series as well. 2-2 pitch. Right center and down, base hit. The second Padre hit, a 1-out fifth inning single for DeNorfia.
See if the Padres can play a little station-to-station baseball with 1 out. Oswalt is throwing all of his pitches up there. He's being very effective. Front foot out there, and DeNorfia goes down and gets that one. A little pepper to right center field. Kept his hands back. Now, it wasn't the prettiest swing, but he's kept his hands back just enough to service that ball in the center field.
Strike one to Cabrera. He grounded out to the second baseman Keppinger in the third. Arizona's opened up an 8-3 lead over the Dodgers in the bottom of the third in Phoenix. That's good news. Strike two. Giants lost again, meaning the Rockies won again. 6-3 Colorado tonight at Coors. Giants have lost 7 in a row. They're just a game over 500 now, 40-39. Left side and under the glove of the moving Sanchez and into left field. Cabrera with a little seeing eye single the other way, and it's 2 on with 1 out. Didn't hit it all that hard, but with Sanchez playing a double plate up, cheating up the middle, he just could not get there in time.
And you talk about battling. 0-2, he gets fisted and just puts it the other way in the infield, just out of the reach. Nice, station to station, right?
Well, DeNorfia down at second. Cabrera on with 1 out. A chance for the pitcher Latos to move him along. And he gets it down. For Latos, his 5th sacrifice of the season, and it'll be runners at second and third with 2 down. So Latos advancing the runners, and it's back to the top of the order.
Nicely done, Matt.
Center fielder Tony Gwynn tonight has struck out in the first. He tried to bunt his way on last time in the fourth. And Oswalt got off the hill, fielded it, and threw him out. A first pitch, curve, strike one. Oswalt's next pitch will be his 70th of the night. Back to the fastball and strike two.
And how about the location of that fastball?
Down.
You throw a nasty curveball to get at 0-1, and then right at the knees. This is just, that's pretty, isn't it?
It's pitching. Breaky ball and a wave and a miss. Fifth strikeout for Oswalt, and the Padres strand two and have now left four. With your Padres as they take on the Houston Astros Sunday, July 4th at 1:05. The first 10,000 kids 14 and younger take home a brand new Padres t-shirt presented by Cox Channel 4. Get your tickets today. You can call 619-795-5555 or go online to Padres.com. 8-9-1 batters for Houston in the sixth. Angel Sanchez, the shortstop, looks to bunt. Takes a strike.
And once again, what does Matt Latos do? Nice little two-seamer at 90 miles an hour to get ahead.
Sanchez acquired yesterday from the Red Sox in exchange for catcher Kevin Cash. The Red Sox needed catching because their main two guys, Martinez and Varitek, hurt. And the Astros need a middle infielder with Manzella out. And they get Sanchez, who played one game previously this year in the big leagues. That was with the Red Sox back on May 20th against the Twins. He went 0 for 3. Other than that, he had been at AAA Pawtucket, where he had hit .274 in 62 games. Waves and misses at that slider, and it's 2-2.
Looked like he even had Sanchez laughing at that last pitch. It was moving so much. Straight down, good tilt on that slider. Overthrew that one, huh?
Yeah, low with the fastball, 3-2. Haven't seen him do that really much though, tonight.
No, that's
Everything else went
honestly,
free and easy.
maybe the first pitch I've seen that overthrow the fastball.
Drops in the breaking ball for strike 3. Sanchez out looking, and it's 4 punch-outs for Latos.
He had everybody struck out. Probably thinking about the fastball, and Sanchez is like, I can't hit that. First of all, I'm not looking for it, so I tip my helmet to you, Mr. Latos.
Roy Oswalt gets the fastball strike on the high outside edge. Fouled out to first his first time up. That one had quite a tail to it. Took Torrealba every bit just to catch that one. A little bit low, 2-1. Off the end of the bat and foul into the first base seats. 3-time All-Star Roy Oswalt went 3 consecutive years, 05, 06, and 07. The only Astro pitcher to ever be selected to the National League All-Star team in 3 consecutive years. Another foul will reach the seats. Won an Olympic gold medal really before his major league career started back in 2000 with the U.S. Olympic team. 3-2.
It was in Sydney, right?
That was the one in Australia, right? And Tommy Lasorda was the manager for the U.S. Olympic team that year. Head coach. 3-2. Fastball up, fouled back.
You know, it's an interesting story about Oswalt. After pitching in the 1999 Midwest League playoffs, he could barely lift his arm above his head. That winter, before he went to go see the doctor, he was fixing his pickup truck. He was shocked by an exposed wire, and when he came to, his arm was pain-free.
Strike 3. 2 outs. Yeah, that's a great story that he tells. The electric shock, and some of the athletic trainers for the Astros think that it may have actually removed some scar tissue from his arm. That's a bizarre story.
He came to spring training the next year feeling great. And the rest is history. So, I mean, if your arm's hurting you folks at home, a disclaimer, don't go out to your car and put
disconnect
on
the
positive and
cables.
negative. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't recommend you get jolted by your AC Delco under the hood of the car. That's not a way to jumpstart your body. Down low to Michael Bourne. Grounded to first to begin the game, then he struck out in the 4th. Fastball at 95 is a strike. Matt's 2-1. Pulled the string on him there.
Change up. Well, he's got it going. Both these guys have got it going. We've got ourselves a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel.
Left side, one hop to chase. Latos has retired 8 in a row. Midpoint of the 6th, still scores. Your energy savings expert. For locations, visit fandiego.com. For ceiling fans, go to Fan Diego. The holiday weekend in San Diego. And these fans catching a whale of a pitcher's duel between Roy Oswalt and Matt Latos into the Padres' 6th. Out of the order for San Diego, and Eck leading off fouls the first pitch away. Gets jammed and floated out to the shortstop Sanchez. 1 out. Our leaderboard is brought to you by Los Primos Mexican Food. 18 Southern California locations, home of the Monster Burrito. Oswalt 3 wins away from becoming the all-time winningest pitcher in Astros history. Joe Niekro, 144 wins. Then Oswalt at 142. Then Durker, Scott, and J.R. Richard. That's actually a pretty impressive
yeah.
list. Even a miss by Adrian. The Astrodome was always kind to the pitchers all those years.
Pitcher friendly, you betcha. And even when they moved in the fences.
Foul pass first.
You know, the original Astrodome was like, you know, you couldn't get it out of there with a cannon.
It's a cavern, yeah.
Then they moved them in, and it was still pitcher friendly.
This is their 45th year known as the Astros. Of course, they were the Colt 45s their first couple of years. Expansion team in '62. Renamed the Astros when they moved into the Astrodome in 1965.
Well, they have the Lone Star State on their left sleeve. That patch you see with the arrow or the star in motion, and then the 45-year anniversary patch
of the Astros.
Yeah.
But in actuality, their franchise is older than that.
Right.
Because they were the Colt 45s, which I know the logo is kind of politically incorrect, but it was a pretty cool logo. The Colt 45 with the smoke coming out the end.
It being the S on Colts.
Yeah. Adrian jammed and pops it up left side. Johnson crosses into foul territory. 2 outs.
Okay. Bunting was originally a lightweight worsted wool fabric used for making flags of the Royal Navy. The origin of the word is uncertain. Today, bunting is a term for any festive decorations made of fabric or of plastic, paper, even cardboard. Typical forms of bunting are strings of colorful triangular flags and lengths of fabric in colors of national flags, gathered and draped into swags or pleated into fan shapes. The term bunting is also used of a collection of flags, and particularly those of a ship. Bunting here at the ballpark.
That's fouled out of play left side. I thought the question, though, was when the first bunting came about in a major league ballpark.
Well, if you're talking,
granted, that little dialogue you had there was very impressive.
Okay, how old's the Royal Navy?
Breaking ball, he tops foul. That one at 65, a curveball. Oh-2 pitch. Softly towards first. And the flip to the bag. Oswalt covering. And Headley out 3-1.
Next half inning, we'll talk sacrifice bunting.
$50 Western and cheese melt with a cup of freshly brewed Seattle's best coffee. Open at 7 a.m. Subway, eat fresh. And by Cox Digital Telephone. Ready for cheaper calls? Go to Cox.com. Back inside Petco. Into the 7th. Scoreless game. Padres and Astros. Yeah, the heart of the order for Houston. Second baseman Jeff Keppinger takes the first pitch, breaking ball low. Right at 80 pitches for Latos, who did have to throw 20 in the 6th, though he retired the side in order and struck out 2.
Still free and easy. First pitch breaking ball he misses, so what does he do? A little two-seamer on the outdoor part of the plate, and for a strike to even it at 1-1. You know what Matt has done tonight, and it's just part of the maturing process as a pitcher. You talk about repeating his delivery. And you and I mentioned, remember, was it last thing? We feel that he only maybe overthrew one pitch up to that point.
And one fastball.
Tried to hump up on that fastball.
Fastball line to third. And Headley, a step to his left, makes the catch. Hard hit by Keppinger, who had a base hit his first time up. One of only 2 Astros hits this time.
Yeah, sometimes you square. I don't even think he really squared that one up, but it was hit sharply. It didn't have that clean, crisp sound. But perfectly positioned Chase Headley, thank you very much.
First baseman Lance Berkman is 0 for 2. And rips and misses. Berkman fanned in the first, and in the 4th grounded out to Eck. Well, you start looking at pitch counts now. You have Latos at 85. The most pitches he has thrown in a start is 107. Here's another ground ball to Eck off the bat of Berkman. 2 down. Coming up, our San Diego Hyundai dealers 7th inning stretch your dollars. Get more MPG and the assurance of America's best warranty. Go to SanDiegoHyundaiDealers.com. Oswalt's at 81 pitches, and the most he has thrown in a start this year is 119. High chop. It comes down to the mid of Cabrera. Throw to first, and he underthrows it, and is fortunate that it will be just one base for Carlos Lee. Boy, you won't see choppers hit much higher than that.
Well, thanks to home plate being made of hard rubber, this ball right off a home plate. David Eckstein, just to play it safe, he tagged Carlos Lee as we take a look. Oh, right off a home plate.
Look how high that went.
Yeah. I thought Chase had a better angle at that. At third.
Cutting across.
Yeah. And David Eckstein thought that Carlos Lee may have made a little move towards second base, and if that was the case, he's live, and you can tag him.
An infield hit for Lee, 3rd Astros hit, and Pitts chopped back toward the mound. And Latos takes his time and throws him out. A hit and a man left on. Time to stretch at Petco in a scoreless pitcher's duel. San Diego, Sequan Casinos, San Diego's Daycation Getaway. Jenny Cavnar and Bob Scanlon tonight in our Channel 4 studios. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for each team. Padres have stranded 4. Astros have left 2. And Oswalt back to work to face Scott Hairston, Torrealba, and Denorfia in the San Diego 7th. First pitch, fastball, strike to Scotty. He's fly to left and hit into an inning-ending fielder's choice. A little out in front of the slider. We're a different kind of football fans.
Yeah.
Soccer. How about Netherlands beating Brazil today?
Yeah, there's been some upsets, huh?
Yeah, Brazil getting beat. That's a stunner.
Uruguay win, right?
They beat Ghana, I believe, in the PKs. Argentina, Germany tomorrow. There's a 1-2 pitch. Got him looking. It's a half dozen strikeouts for Oswalt.
Boy, only 1 walk issued this evening by both pitchers combined. That was by Oswalt in the 4th to Adrian, and that sharp-looking slider there. You cannot place that pitch any better. Outside corner, knee high. The man's a menace. Just like Matt Latos. They are in complete control tonight.
Now the Astros have had only 1 base runner reach as far as second. That was Keppinger in the 4th. The Padres' best scoring chance came in the 5th. They had first and second 1 out, second and third 2 outs after a Latos sac bunt. Torrealba takes outside 2-0, but really, even though the Padres had the 2-on-2 outs in the 5th, you never really felt like Oswalt was in any imminent danger. And you haven't felt that way about Latos tonight.
Absolutely. I was just going to say the same thing about Matty.
Both have been in command, no question. Oswalt now at 87 pitches. 2-0. Got under it and fouls it back. Roy Oswalt, 120 back-to-back years in 04 and 05. And he led the National League in ERA in 06 at 2.98, winning 15 games. Through 241 and 2/3 innings in 2005. In this day and age, that's a ton.
Absolutely. That's like guys back in the day throwing 300 innings. 320. Unheard of these days.
Torrealba protecting and gets a piece, reaching.
They certainly didn't monitor Roy Oswalt's innings when he was coming up, did they?
Oh, no. Different time, even from just going back 10, 12 years. Down low and a full count. Oswalt was a 23rd round pick originally by the Astros in the June 1996 draft. A little bit low with that slider and a 1-out walk to Torrealba. Just the second walk allowed by Oswalt, the other given to Adrian. High Definition is brought to you by Irving Hughes. Life is a lease. Negotiate well. Astros have won 6 of their last 9. Though they are still 16 games under 500 coming in at 32-48. Padres 13 over 46-33. Winners of 7 of their last 11. Denorfia has one of the 3 Padre hits. The single to right center his last time up. One on, one out of the San Diego 7th. Padres and Astros scoreless. Runner goes. Throw to second. What's the call? Out. Well, it took a while for Tom Hallion.
I wonder why he was waiting so long. Was his glove pinned in between the foot and the bag?
He must have been looking to make sure the baseball was in the mitt. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. Pretty good throw from Castro. As we take a look here. Good throw. Oh, yeah.
There's the tag.
Yeah, I think he was waiting to see if he was hanging on to the baseball.
Well, caught stealing 2 outs and a 1-2 count on Denorfia. First time your Beatsman caught this year. He was 3 for his first 3 prior to that. Two strikeouts in the inning for Oswalt, who now has 7. We have finished 7 here at Petco. Astros nothing, Padres nothing. ...2011 with the all-new stretch run plan. Secure your 2011 Padres full season ticket plan today and get all remaining August and September home games included. Plus, your stretch run plan includes Padre postseason priority. Plans start as low as $61 a month. Call 619-795-5555 to get your Padres stretch run plan today. Litos works here into the 8th. Johnson, Castro, and Sanchez, the 6, 7, and 8 batters for Houston. Two 2-0. Only the second 2-0 count for Litos tonight. Fouled back. Two-hit game last night for Chris Johnson. Tonight, so far 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts. Once to short and once to second. Fouled away and it evens up.
That might have been a favor for Matt Latos as Johnson swings out a changeup up and out of the zone. Rather than 3-1, he now finds himself in the hole, and I shouldn't say even, with 2 strikes. In the hole with 2 strikes. Where I would have to say advantage Latos.
Fastball off the outside corner and a full count. Where do you go here? 93
Fastball
pitches.
away.
Fastball.
Late, go with your strength. As I said, like a slider.
Strike 3 on the high outside corner.
And you know, he may have gotten a gift there.
6 punch outs for Latos. One away in the 8th. Yeah, maybe so. That's close to the line. But
Not many times you see that pitch a called strike. But according to Trax, was that dot just touching the
almost touching the line. Castro the catcher. And that borderline pitch goes Castro's way that time. Line to left and struck out. Fastball at 94 up is fouled back.
I know you mentioned it earlier, Mark, but the most that Latos has thrown this year is 107.
Off speed, gets him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the 8th, both called strike 3s. Our comparison brought to you by the San Diego County Toyota dealers. If you can hold the Astros to 3 runs or less, you got a pretty good shot. 4-37 when they score 3 or less. 4 or more, and the record vastly improves. And indicative of that last night, we had a 3-3 game at extras. They scored runs 4, 5, and 6 in the 10th, and Houston won it. The appeal makes it 1-1. First pitch of the night from Latos, a strike call.
Boy, Lance Barksdale is calling the high breaking ball. Nothing wrong with that.
Way upstairs with the 95-mile-per-hour gas, which where Torrealba appeared to want that pitch.
You know what, another thing, and I want to make a point.
Through the right side. Went up and got that fastball and singles with 2 down. Well, make your point, because this is going to be decision time here for Houston.
I was just going to say really quickly, it may have happened tonight a few times, but I don't think Matt Latos has really shaken off Torrealba. They've been on the same page pretty well the whole night in a good rhythm.
Well, the pitcher spot comes up. Well, this may not be an all bad thing, because they're going to bat for Oswalt here.
Get him out of the game.
Right. They're going to pinch hit with Pedro Feliz.
He has been announced, correct?
Yes, he has. Aaron Balsley falling down to the Padre bullpen. Mike Adams is going to take the jacket off and start to get loose in the Padre bullpen. Well, let's hope it turns out that way in a positive fashion for the Padres. You do have Latos 103 pitches.
One more out, big boy.
Strike one to Feliz. Pedro Feliz signed by the Astros in the offseason. We spent the last couple of years with the Phillies. On the ground left side. Headley fields, goes to second for the force. So they get Feliz and get Oswalt out of this game. 8 scoreless for Latos tonight. Are offering you a new way to save on your Padres tickets. You can now save $5 on Padres tickets, $14 or more when you buy your tickets online. So be sure to get your tickets today and save at Padres.com. Into the bottom of the 8th, and the new hurler for Houston, Brandon Lyon.
Yeah, we saw Lyon come out of that bullpen last night. An inning, he struck out one Padre. That was Tony Gwynn for the last out of that 9th. Boy, both pitchers tonight. Good nights in the big leagues, huh?
My You're goodness. Not kidding. Oh. 8-9-1 for the Padres. Cabrera then the pitcher's spot.
Lyon pretty much a 4-pitch pitcher. Fastball, cutter, curve, and a change.
Stairs in the on-deck circle for the Padres. Everett 1 for 2 with a single his last time up. Inside, 2 balls and a strike.
Well, you've got Everett, who's got some speed, right? Put the ball on the ground, maybe a little bloop here, and then you've got Stairs on deck for your blast. Bloop and a blast, nice here in the 8th. That'd be nice.
That would be very nice. And the 2-1 pitch to Everett. He bunts, but too close to the mound, and Lyon fields it and throws him out. Not a bad idea, but just too close to the mound.
Or even just a blast would be nice.
Latos goes 8 tonight. No runs, 4 hits, no walks, 7 strikeouts through 105 pitches. And he is lifted for the pinch hitter, Matt Stairs. Matt, who came off the disabled list yesterday after missing 22 games with a right knee strain. Had pinch hit in the 10th last night and struck out. No score in the bottom of the 8th tonight. Latos and Oswalt hooked up on a good one, and now it will belong to the bullpens. The breaking ball and the curve is a strike. Fouled at the plate.
Did you see Matt Latos there? Front rail, dugout. There's a lot of starting pitchers that would
take the jacket and head to the clubhouse.
Be in the clubhouse right now, putting some ice on the shoulder, kind of kicking back in the Barca Lounger, watching the game on TV. Matt Latos up there with his teammates, rooting on Matt Stairs, still working that cheek lay.
Swinging a miss at a breaking ball and a strikeout of Stairs. Top of the order, and center fielder Tony Gwynn. Tony 0 for 3 tonight against Oswalt with a couple of strikeouts. 2 hits last night, including a walk and a run scored. Fouled away. Well, we've talked about Matt Latos and the possibility of him making the National League All-Star team. His ERA began the night at 2.85, 10th best in the National League. 8 scoreless tonight. His ERA now stands at 2.63.
He deserves it, doesn't he?
Yeah, no doubt.
Some serious consideration.
Fouled off the leg of Tony. Ouch. That one was higher up, above the ankle.
Oh,
just below the knee. Todd Hutchison, the head athletic trainer, out.
You played high school ball, right?
Yes.
Did you ever get one of those?
Oh, several. But you know what? Not near as many as guys get now because they throw so many more breaking balls now,
right,
I think.
Right.
The guys top balls more.
So the righty pitcher, lefty hitter, yeah, you get that sharp breaker down and in. You can't square it up and you hit the top of it.
Not very often that high up. Usually it was off toes and feet.
Yeah. But the point is, that stays with you for a long time.
That's a couple of weeks right there.
Oh, yeah.
But that's going to hang around or more, and we'll feel. Two outs, 2 strikes.
Come right back with another one?
If you're a pitcher, absolutely. They left it over the plate, and Tony whacks it into left. He singles on that curveball, a 2-out base hit.
Well, after going down and in with the slider and taking it off the shin, that's exactly where Lyon wanted to go back, I think, because Castro was set up on the inside part of the plate. Good piece of hitting by Junior. A little cheerleading going on from Matt Latos in that dugout.
Eck has hit a couple of balls hard tonight, but one was at the center fielder Bourne in the first, the other at the shortstop Sanchez in the 6th. Lyon steps off and looks over. Tony 13 of 17 in steal attempts.
What are the chances of Lyon hanging a breaking ball right here and X scraping one off the bricks out there?
For the Western Metal Building?
Just thinking.
It'd be a nice result. I think a more likely scenario the Astros are thinking about it is Tony attempting to steal to get into scoring position for an base knock to try to drive him home.
The line might be a little bit too quick to the plate. You never know what happens. You elevate something. Extra base hit. Tony be off and running with the crack of the bat and 2 outs. Extra base hit. Split the gap here. That would spell a run.
Down low. Ball and a strike. Padres have 4 hits. Astros have 4 hits. Neither side able to dent home plate yet tonight. Tony has to dive back.
Well, if Eck were to get on here, first and second, hypothetical, we've got a lefty up in the. Is that Burdack down there or Chassin?
That is Tim Burdack.
Burdack warming in the Astros bullpen.
Line to left field. That's headed towards the corner. Tony on his way to third. He's going to be waved around. Here comes the relay from Sanchez to the plate. He is saved. RBI double. And the Padres have taken a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 8th. Captain Cut clutch comes through again for the Padres. How about that? His 22nd RBI.
Looked like a breaky ball. And off the bat, Tony is running. The race is on. Well, if that throw would have been on, Tony's got the ball in front of him. Glenn Hoffman waving him around. Well, that's some kind of nice.
19th double for Eck. We need a category in the notes. Latos obviously loves that. He's eligible for a win now. And Tony, who fouled the ball just below his knee, still able to get the Jets going to score. We need a category in the notes for Eck's clutch hits late in games. And there's another one right there.
He's unbelievable. What a great at-bat. Tony hanging in there.
They'll put Adrian on with first base open. And that has changed a couple of things here. Number one, it's going to bring up Headley with 2 on 2 outs. It's also gotten Heath Bell up in the Padres bullpen. It looks like he's going to have a chance to save it for Latos.
Turn Headley around.
Brad Mills, the manager, out. And I think he wants Burdack. And as Mud mentioned, they want to have Chase bat from the right side. Union with record-breaking member growth. Make your move and open an account today.
Well, interesting time here for San Diego. Some key clutch 2-out knocks. Brad Mills trying to go with the lefty reliever and turn Chase Headley around to the right side. A little insurance would be nice here off the left-hander Burdack. Looks like you're going to get something to hit. Maybe, well, a little high on the walk side. 8 in 19 innings. Not that hard of a thrower. Fastball, slider, and a split from Burdack.
Chase singled to center in the fourth. All the at-bats left-handed. He came in hitting .208 right-handed and just a little over .300 left-handed. Burdack's 0-1 in the dirt and scooped up by Castro. Rolek with the big 2-out double brought in Gwynn. Let's not forget Tony, who was at 2 strikes and fouled the ball just below his knee. Hung in, got a 2-out single and scores on the Eck double after the Adrian intentional walk. Now Headley takes outside and it's 2-1. Looking at the Astros night, they will have the top of the order up. Bourne, Keppinger, and Berkman with Carlos Lee due up fourth. Two-one pitch. Check swing. 3-1. Arizona leading the Dodgers 9-5. Bottom of the 6th in Arizona. Kirk Gibson's first game as Arizona manager, and it is also Edwin Jackson's first start for Arizona since his no-hitter at Tampa Bay. Three-one. Full count.
Well, there's a good luck charm here tonight. His name is Carson. He's right there with Tom Garfinkel, Jed Hoyer, the general manager, and his dad, Mike, taking it to big league ball game. See the kid in the Michael Jordan hat? Big Padre fan. That's Carson. Hoping for a Padre victory tonight.
Glad to have Carson and his dad out at the ballpark tonight.
Absolutely.
He's a battler. Down to the dirt, ball 4, and that loads the bases. Well, here's Hairston. You have to assume Scott is 0 for 3 tonight. Wow, look at the numbers. They have a right-hander in the bullpen, but Chris Sampson, who got the win last night, apparently he's not ready. They're letting the lefty face Scotty Hairston. Strike on the inside corner. Scott hitting .217 against lefties this season, but historically has been very good against lefties. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Well, it's been such a pressure-packed game up until this point. It's still pressure-packed, but what a great opportunity. Another 2-out knock to get at least a couple more runs. Once in a while, you like to see the wheels come off of the other team, you know, late in the ball game.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Three and 1. All this activity with 2 outs. And this crowd of over 30,000, many come to their feet. Bases full of Padres. 2 outs in the 8th. Scott, base hit, left field. X scores. Waved around Adrian. No relay made by Sanchez. Throw back to second, out. Both runs do count. Both runs got across the plate before the out at second. Hairston drives in 2. The Padres scored 3 in the 8th, all with 2 outs. At Petco Park, college students can save with tickets for only $8.50. The game starts at 1:05 against Arizona, but the party starts early with a DJ before the game. Get your tickets at Padres.com/college nights. 3-0 Padres into the ninth. A save situation for Heath Bell.
Well, those extra runs are huge for the right-hander Heath Bell. You take a look at his numbers. Going for save number 22. And an interesting, event happening last half inning. Burdack out on the mound, the lefty, and Scotty Hairston coming up. Righty's hitting 341 off the right-hander, or off the left-hander.
Off Burdack, right.
And I don't know whether, Scott Hairston snuck up on him or what, but Brad Mills not making the change there. Bringing in Sampson. Kind of an odd...
RBI's 24 and 25 for Scott Hairston in the 3-run 8th. Top of the order for the Astros of the night: Michael Bourne, Keppinger, and Berkman. If the Padres can hang on, it would be win number 9 for Matt Latos, who threw 8 scoreless tonight. Down the left field line, slicing, and it is foul. Foul ball.
I know people talk about strategy and moves that weren't made and moves that were made, but and going by the book, you know what I'm saying? And that was a move there to where, you and I thought he was going to go to the righty against the righty Hairston, and that wasn't the case.
He's so too. Got him with that curveball. One away in the ninth.
Look at the break on that ball, and Bourne, a bad-looking swing after seeing some fastballs, not even close, and that is a huge out here in this ninth inning. Keeping that speed off the bases. Nice for Heath Bell also to have that 3-run save lead, rather than the 1 run that an error here or a bad pitch here can make a difference.
Well, Michael Bourne was just few feet away from an extra base hit to begin the inning. The
Yep.
ball that was just fouled. Strike one to Keppinger, who singled in the fourth. His last time up in the seventh, he lined out to the third baseman Headley. Fouled away, strike two. Padres trying to even this 4-game series at a game apiece. Don't forget, 5:35 start time tomorrow for the Saturday game. 5 o'clock airtime for the Honda Dealer pregame show. Right-hander Bud Norris will go for the Astros against Padre right-hander Kevin Correa. And somehow, with that late cut, fouled off that 95-mile-per-hour fastball that was up. Breaking ball outside. Rockies beat the Giants 6-3. Arizona 9, Dodgers 5, top of the 7th in Arizona. If the Padres can hang on here, if Arizona can hang on in Phoenix, we could push the Dodgers 3.5 back. Check. He went. Strikeout. 2 out.
Check, please. Once again, going with the hard curveball down and out of the zone, and very tough to lay off, and he most certainly goes for the second strikeout here in the ninth.
Strike one to Lance Berkman. Berkman is fanned, grounded to second, and grounded to second a second time. 0 for 3. Down the left field side, foul. Astros down to their final strike. Check swing, did he? No, says Ron Colpin. The game continues.
Upstairs by design. You've seen Heath Bell do that. And that's what you can do when you work ahead. We talked about the walks last night, collectively for the staff. 9 tonight. Latos has been getting ahead. You can go out of the zone, and that's what Heath Bell just did there, trying to get the strikeout.
Heaters 1-2. It darts outside and actually threw one of his few off-speed pitches.
Yeah,
changeup.
A changeup. We heard about that pitch in spring training. Remember, he was working on it and throwing it. Maybe setting up the fastball here.
Curveball lined to Headley, and the Padres win it 3-0. Man Latos wins his 9th game. Eck had